In a world driven by science and technology, Nigeria's schools tell a different story. This report lays out the key facts, recent flashpoints, and the structural failures holding STEM back. Nigeria's STEM system is under pressure with chronic underfunding, weak infrastructure, and poor coordination. Many public schools teach science with no practical work. Chiamaka Nweke tells us more.
In a nation of over 230 million people, the future depends on how well young minds can think and create. Yet in many schools, science education is barely surviving. Visits to government schools in Abuja and Kano show the same picture: broken microscopes, empty physics labs, and outdated textbooks. Federal Ministry of Education data says fewer than 30% of public secondary schools have fully equipped laboratories. In rural areas, it is below 15%. People say education is the key, but for many students, the luck keeps shifting. A lot of them don't believe in school anymore, and it's hard to blame them. They try to rise, but the system keeps pulling them back.
Science is a very good and exploring subject. You have like all those chemicals and gases and all those stuff. It's very fun to learn about it.
Like science practicals, robotics practicals. Like sometimes you have to create a program to move a robot from point A to point B. And then maybe you can even make the robot have a certain height.
The federal government has finally added STEM more prominently to the curriculum, but funding falls short. Between 2020 and 2024, education spending averaged 5.7% of the national budget, far below UNESCO's 15 to 20% benchmark. From that small pool, science and tech take only a slice. Many schools survive on NGO and donor support. The 2025 federal education allocation was about 3.52 trillion naira, that is about 7.3% of the national budget. Better than 2024, but still too weak to fix decades of rot. UBEC and TET Fund add extra funds, but slow utilization leaves many projects abandoned. Most assessments put functional labs in public schools at 30 to 40%. Rural schools have even less. This gap shows how students learn and how many end up in STEM fields.
STEM education is in awareness right now. It is not there yet, it is still in the awareness stage. So funding largely came from the school, and this was because of the huge, intense desire from the founder of the school, which the school fees is meant to be competitive and say, but STEM at the same time is being funded through the school fees. And so I'd say we haven't received any funding from a decade of operation so far, so there's been no funding from any organization.
So this is fully sponsored by the owner of the school, that's the CEO of the school, Chairman, Mr. Mohamed Mahmoud. Like, so he's our chairman of the school, so he's the sole sponsor.
A 2023 UNESCO report ranked Nigeria 124th out of 140 countries in math and science education. WAEC results underline the problem. In 2024, only 44% of candidates earned credits in core science subjects. JAMB flagged thousands of tech-enabled exam fraud cases and withheld over 6,300 UTME results. WAEC also battled leakages and CBT glitches. These controversies disrupt progression and weaken trust. Multiple agencies, the Ministry of Education, UBEC, TET Fund, NUC, and others often work at cross purposes. Priorities don't align and resources scatter. The result? Half-finished labs, pilots that never scale, and no unified STEM strategy. But there are bright spots. NGOs like STEM Cafe, TechQuest, and Teach for Nigeria help students build robots, code, and explore engineering with simple tools. Private tech companies also help. InterSwitch, Google Nigeria, and MTN Foundation run STEM camps and innovation labs. But these efforts are small and urban-focused. They create pockets of excellence next to wide areas of neglect. Access remains uneven. Girls, rural students, and children from low-income homes face the biggest barriers. UNICEF says fewer than 1 in 4 girls in northern Nigeria complete secondary school. Even fewer study science. Social norms, early marriage, and poor facilities make the gap wider. Insecurity, kidnappings, banditry, and attacks continues to shut schools across the northwest and northeast. Millions of children are affected. Many never return. STEM is not optional. It powers healthcare, agriculture, industry, and digital jobs. Nigeria can't talk its way into becoming a digital powerhouse. Science has to move from policy papers to classrooms. A future built on engineering and technology needs trained teachers, secure schools, and coordinated leadership. This is a call for harmony in education and the politics that puts children above drama. If not, we'll be a country that dreamed of innovation while asking its young to learn with empty hands.